What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Weekly Wizard Podcast. It's game time. I'm Brett, my co-host Warren, and today we are going to talk about 2022, the future, and all of the marvelous things that it holds. So, we are going to go through our top 5 things that we are most excited for through the upcoming year, starting with our least favorite all the way up to our most excited.
Yeah,
it's gonna be
exciting stuff.
It's gonna be 2021 was cool.
Yeah, 2022's got some.
I think
cool
2022 is gonna be just a little bit cooler.
Yeah.
Why don't you kick us off? Why don't you start us off with the thing that you're excited about? We'll start at number 5.
So, this year is the 30th anniversary of Image.
That it is.
So
My 30th anniversary of life as well.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. So little fun fact. Me and Spawn share a birthday.
Oh,
So
okay.
May of 1992 is when the first issue of Spawn came out, and I was born in May of 92.
Wow.
So special connection
Happy
there.
birthday, you and Spawn.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
No, I they haven't announced a ton of stuff for the 30th anniversary yet, but you know there's going to be a ton of stuff going on this year for Image.
I'm pretty excited.
I know they're releasing a book that's going to be like kind of a retrospective of the last 30 years, so I'm excited about that. I
did not know that.
I remember when I was 11, 12, whatever. I was born in 83, so 92 I was 9. So it was maybe a little older than that when I got into comic books. And I remember picking up a copy of Spawn #2, which the thing about Image was it was the only comic company that wasn't approved by the Comic Code Authority back then. Now the Comic Code Authority doesn't even exist, right? Yeah. And the last couple pages where like the Violator rips that dude's heart out was just dark, yeah. And I'm like 11-year-old, 12-year-old kid, just like, oh my god, what is this?
Yeah.
And yeah, that I already loved comic books at that point, but that just kind of solidified it right there. It's like I saw how dark comics could be, and I just loved it.
That's why I've always been more of a DC guy.
Yeah, because
they're more mature. They cover more like graphic or like real content. Like,
do you know who dropped the Comic Code Authority first between Marvel and DC?
Was it Marvel?
It wasn't Marvel. It was Marvel.
Really?
Marvel dropped it a few years before DC, and then DC was like, we can't tell the stories we want to tell.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, so they did have the Vertigo line, and Marvel had the Marvel Max line, which where they're not approved by the Code Authority. Right. But then Marvel just like we don't need this anymore, and it makes sense. Like, video games have ratings on them, movies have ratings on them, comic books,
everything's
just start putting ratings on them, you know.
Yeah.
And so now there's T if it's a little more adult. There's M if it's very
mature,
adult,
yeah.
and they should have just been doing that from the beginning because man, for a long time the Comic Code Authority really
messed it up.
Yeah, I mean they couldn't tell the stories they wanted to tell. Yeah. Like some of the rules were like, the good guys have to defeat evil. Like the bad guys can never win. So you could not have a 2-part story arc where the bad guys won and then the good guys came back and redeemed themselves in the next issue.
Infinity War and Endgame.
Could not have happened.
Code.
This was earlier code. They started being a little more lenient, like in the 90s and stuff like that. But yeah, no, it was
after the hippies got involved.
Right.
No, I'm kidding.
There's a story, and I don't know if this is true, but there's a creator named Marv Wolfman. That's his name, Marv Wolfman.
That's a pretty cool name.
It is. It's a really cool name. Yeah. The story goes that they wouldn't let him put his name in the book because a wolfman might be too scary for children. Even though there's no wolfman in the story.
That's just sad.
Yeah, it's absolutely ridiculous. So the Comic Code Authority was stupid, and Image was the first to come along and say, you know what, we're not going to approve by the Comic Code Authority. We're going to write the stories we want to write. We're going to make these dark stories.
And they did.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they sure did.
What, Todd McFarlane, Rob Liefeld,
Jim Lee,
yep, Eric Larson, Willis Portesio, I guess is how you say his name. I don't know I'm saying that right.
I'm sure that's right. Yeah.
There's one other founder.
Yeah, I only knew the first Rob Liefeld, Spawn, Jim Lee.
Yeah,
I couldn't remember the other names.
So Eric Larson did a lot of like Spider-Man work. He's done Savage Dragon. They're on issue 261.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I know who Eric Larson. I didn't know that he was one of the.
He was one of the founders. Yeah.
But I agree with
you.
I
know Mark Silvestri was on early. I mean, and they wrote some really cool stories that just Marvel and DC couldn't tell.
I mean, and I'm rereading my Spawn compendium, my first Spawn compendium right now because I bought the second one, so I'm like rereading to get caught up for that. So like, I'm loving it. It's great.
Besides X-Men, Spawn is probably the comic that I've read more of than anybody else. I've read every issue of Spawn. I've read, the Violator. I read Angela. I read all of them.
Wasn't there another, like, Young Blood was a spin-off?
Oh, that was an image. It wasn't a spin-off of Spawn, but there were a lot. Sam and Twitch. There was a Sam and Twitch spin-off. The Curse of Spawn, Medieval Spawn, and
Medieval Spawn is dope.
It is. I love Medieval Spawn. I love that they brought him back to the forefront with the
awesome.
So there's a new comic that came out this week called The Scorched.
Scorched, yeah.
And so The Scorched is a team book, and it's Redeemer, Medieval Spawn, She-Spawn, and Gunslinger Spawn. Yes. The first issue was excellent, so definitely pick it up. We've got all 7 covers here.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Spawn kind of
paved the way. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So I mean, and that's funny. Yeah. My number 5 ties directly to that. Like, something that I'm really excited about. It isn't even like confirmed or announced, but with it being the 30th anniversary of Image, like, I feel like we are almost guaranteed a Spawn announcement. And that is one of the things I'm like really, really excited for. I am so hopeful that finally Todd McFarlane will get to pronounce to the world, like, hey, we are finally doing a Spawn movie.
So he has said that they're doing a Spawn
movie.
Well,
yeah, he said it, but like they can't get it on the ground. Like they can't get it rolling. Like so it's nothing. Like it's just talk. Like it's literally you're just kind of peeing in the wind. Like, and that's great, but like I want an official like green light. We're going. Like, and I think
filming. And
at this point, like it should be time. Like they should be able to pull this off this year. And if they can't, I'm really going to be bummed out.
Have you read the interview that he did where he was talking about what he wants the Spawn movie to be?
I've read a bunch of interviews on what he wants. I mean, it's just over and over, man. That's always something that like every interviewer is asking him, and I bet he's so tired of talking about it.
Probably.
It's got to be the most annoying thing for him, like to have something that like will work and will be successful, and everybody's like, well, the way you want to do it, After all of the things that he's proven people wrong on, and all the incredible things that he has done and achieved, like. Why are we not just fully supporting this man yet?
Yeah.
I don't understand.
For sure.
Like, I
am wholehearted.
The fans are. Yeah, the fans are like, let's go. like, take my money.
You should see my Spawn action figures. So I used to have a ton of Spawn action figures. I had like the first couple waves, and then, I probably had 100 Spawn figures. I ended up selling it all off because I needed money. Well, but now I am collecting Spawn again. So I started, he did a Kickstarter right before the pandemic started.
Nice.
Or right as the pandemic started. Like it was, I think I was already working from home at my last job. And have you seen those, the 3 Kickstarter Spawns that he did? They're like...
The big one? I'm pretty sure you showed me some work on that.
They're awesome.
Yeah, I mean, well, they always are.
They are awesome.
Yeah,
and so they're an homage to the original 2 like Spawn figures that he did back in the day.
Nice.
And
just better.
Yeah, better, awesome. Bigger. I mean, of course, his like sculpting work and stuff like that has just gotten so much better over the last 30 years. Top.
I mean, this is the year, man. Yeah. This has got to be it. Like, this is when we better get some awesome Image announcements, and we better get finally a legit Spawn announcement, or I'm gonna ride in the streets. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take a blunt object out in the streets, and I'm just gonna start waving it around and just yelling.
Just outside of Image's headquarters.
Yeah, it's been too long. Like it's like pulling teeth at this point. Like
before we move on from Image, fun little piece of trivia. Do you know how many trademarks Image owns? The company Image Comics.
Oh my god, dude, I can't even.
2.
What?
Yeah, they own the name Image and the logo.
Oh, because it's independent. Oh,
everything else is creator owned. So the actual company Image only owns the name of Image and the logo for Image, and that's it. That's all they own. So yeah,
that's very interesting.
Yeah. Everything else is creator owned, which is what I love about
funny
Image.
Because I mean, even with that, like, think about how much money they make off of just that. Because those independent books that go out still have that Image name and logo on it.
Yeah,
that's great.
All the figures, and it's funny because like now series that have been, finished for years are starting to get a comeback, like Invincible last year.
Dude,
There's action figures,
so
shirts,
fire.
all that sort of stuff. In fact, like season 2, I've heard is delayed because they're wanting to do more episodes because of how
amazing
great
it is.
season 1 was. It was such a cool show.
I cannot wait, dude. That would be another thing. No, it's not. So, but anyways, Image and Spawn. I mean,
Okay.
something we're both clearly very geared up about, very excited about. I mean, if you don't agree, good for you. Whatever.
So,
But and then let's go up the list a little
Yeah.
bit. What's the next thing you're most excited about for 2022?
so last night I just watched the first 3 episodes of Peacemaker, and I have to say, so it's gonna be 8 episodes long, and I am very excited about this show. Like,
I'm excited.
I loved the Marvel shows, but I've never been that big a fan of like the DC universe stuff until Suicide Squad and James Gunn. Like, I've watched all of them. Actually, I don't think I've seen Aquaman, but watched all the others.
It's one of the best ones.
I've heard. I know.
That's crazy.
But yeah, so I've watched most of the movies, and they're okay. But Suicide Squad comes along, the James Gunn, the second Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
And that movie just blew my mind.
Amazing film.
James Gunn is such a good filmmaker, and that movie was beautiful, and he has translated Peacemaker into a TV show very well from that. It was, the first 3 episodes are so good.
I'm excited. I'm too busy trying to finish out season 2 of The Witcher, but as soon as I do that, I'm gonna start Peacemaker.
Oh my God.
I'm very excited. To watch
Peacemaker has the best opening sequence I have ever seen of a TV show. I showed it to Brett right before we started today.
It was
because I was like, you
pretty
have
impressive.
to see
Yeah.
the gloriousness of this opening sequence.
It's
like,
pretty glorious. Yeah.
yeah,
I'll give you that. Yeah, it's amazing. Yeah, I loved
nobody
it.
can
It
top
was-
that. Like,
it was
why do not all shows do an opening sequence like that?
I mean, back in the 90s, they used to. There was always like a little intro song where people were like, it just wasn't that good. They didn't have the
not
production
like
quality.
this, right?
They
Yeah,
didn't have
no.
that 2022 production quality.
Right?
So, but yeah, I mean, I'm excited to watch it too. I wasn't, I was kind of like, why? When they did like the post-credit scene at the end of Suicide Squad where he was alive, like
Yeah.
I was like,
After he got shot in the neck and all
yeah,
that.
I'm like, do we need more of him? Really? Like, do we really need to see more Peacemaker?
After
Like,
watching the first 3 episodes, yes, I need way more
but
Peacemaker in my life.
I'm still, but I'm still gonna watch it excitedly, and I'm stoked to see, because I mean everything I've seen from the trailers and previews, like, it looks entertaining.
John Cena, like, I've never watched wrestling. I've never been a wrestling fan. And
Back in the day.
it's just never been my thing. And so I really don't know much about John Cena.
He's a wrestler. That's really all.
He's a wrestler, yeah.
Now he's a movie star, just like the Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like him way more than I like Dwayne the Rock Johnson as an actor so far, and I've only seen him
equally
in Peacemaker. So, oh my God, wait till you see this show. He is so funny.
He does comedies and stuff, so he's pretty funny. So I'm not gonna be surprised if I'm laughing.
Oh,
laughing a lot
laughed through
during
the
that.
whole episode. Like, I did not stop. It's great.
Okay. All right, so that would be your number 4. Okay.
Very excited for the rest of that.
My number 4 is, I am so excited to go to some conventions, man. I'm ready for Comic-Con. Like, that is something that I am very excited, because there's going to be, just so much going on, and there's so many announcements that are going to be coming, talking about 2023, and like we're going to be getting big reveals at these things, man. And I can't wait to go and like partake in them, or as many as I can. I mean, even if it's just one, fine. Like, I'm just ready to. I mean, last year went to my very first actual like massive convention in Houston. Went to Comic Palooza.
I went to that one in 2015.
It was great.
Yeah,
it was
still at the
so
George
cool.
R.R. Brown Convention Center.
Great question. I don't remember where it was. All I know is I was there. But we did cosplay. We were dressed up as the Court of Owls.
Yeah,
I mean, it was so cool, man. It was just, the atmosphere, the weirdos. Like, I just felt so at home. You know what I mean? I'm just like dressed up in a weird costume, shopping for books, looking at cool art.
How many people stopped you and asked you to take pictures of you?
Oh, plenty.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, like, my costume was like very dim and calm compared to some that were there.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
there were some nutso costumes, man. Like,
Oh, yeah.
There were some that were like
People spend thousands of dollars.
I even showed you the picture of me with the Batman. Like
Yeah.
that dude's Batman costume, I was one so expensive, but two so good.
Yes.
Like I'm telling you, man, it was just such a blast. It was such a good time. And I got some really great deals. Like I found like a couple grails that I had been looking for I don't even know how long.
Fun of Comic Con.
I'm telling you, dude. Like it was so cool. Just like finding the things that I was looking. It's funny because now I like don't really have anything else that I'm hunting. So it's like literally just like omnibus and
I wish I had that problem.
I'm so glad I finally have that problem. Like I'm glad I don't have that problem. Like so no, I'm just so
Did you
excited.
meet any celebrities at the one you were at?
No, like the day that we were there, didn't really line up with like anyone that we were that excited to go see. Like we saw Danny Trejo, he was up on stage. We were like, maybe like 50 feet from him, but that was about as exciting as it got when it comes to
I told you I met
celebs.
Comic Palooza, right?
Stan Lee, right?
Stan Lee.
Yes. Shut up. I'm so jealous.
That was
but,
so. I mean, we paid me and so I went with like 5 friends, and me and a really good friend of mine at the time paid for the VIP tickets, and the VIP tickets got you like everything. Well, it got you the Stan Lee autograph, and you got to hop the line. So I got to go in front of it. The line for Stan Lee was just unending.
Oh, I'm
massive line.
Yeah,
and we got to just go up to the front, and it got us early access for the Stan Lee Q&A.
That's awesome.
So I'm sitting there front row. Stan Lee is right there in front of me, answering fan questions. And
see, they had an option. They had like a more like a deluxe kind of package, kind of like a VIP thing, but it was like the Venomized package or something, and it was where you got like a bunch of stuff to do with like Donnie Cates and Ryan Stegman.
Oh, that'd be cool.
I know, but I was going with my girlfriend, and I was like, look, like, I don't want to buy this for me, and then because you got like a backstage where you got to go and have like a 2-hour session with like just them.
Oh, that's
and like
cool.
with like you and the other people who paid for the package, like you're all just like shaking it, and you got like 5 signatures per.
Wow.
Yeah, so like you could bring 5 books for book, like, and dude, I was like, I would feel like a huge tool if I just abandoned you on the con floor because she's not a comic book person. So she, you know what I mean? So I would have just felt so bad, and I was like,
yeah, but then you could have gotten 10 books signed by each. Just drag her with you, pay for 2.
Yeah, well, but it was also, a much higher price
point. They're very expensive.
And the trip was already going to cost money, so I was like, you know what? I don't need that. And because I had literally just recently gotten my Absolute Carnage signed by Donnie Cates. You know, I was like, I'm okay, and I didn't have my Venom 3 yet, like, so I mean, I was gonna try to find that at the convention, so I didn't really have. I was like, do
you have a Venom 3 now?
Yeah, got that at the con, dude.
Oh, you got it at the con.
That and Batman Damned #1, the Batwing.
Yeah.
Got both of those. Yeah. Oh yeah, sweet deals.
So I have a Batwing. I do not have a Venom 3.
Yeah,
I've had some opportunities on him, but I just have not wanted to spend the money on it yet.
Finally, yep, I did. I got both books. The Batwing was signed by Jim Lee and graded at a 9.8. Got it for $100.
You don't want to tell you what we had in the store.
Yeah, I know. I already have to. No, I recall. Yeah,
we had.
Hear about it. No,
this is crazy. So 10-0s are almost non-existent. Like you don't see them. We had a Batman Damned 1, 10.0, perfect grade. Like it was crazy. So it was the B cover. So it wasn't even the A cover, which is what everybody wants. But the B cover. We still sold that for.
That's the Jim Lee cover, right?
No, Jim Lee's the A cover.
Oh, just the face one.
Yeah,
of him looking evil. Okay.
Yeah, that's the Jim Lee. But the other one, it was. We still got $800 for it, for a $40 book, $50 book. We got $800 for it just because it was a perfect 10-0.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Well, and see, that's one of the cool things. Like you find random cool. Like I got that 9.8 for $100. They were originally trying to sell it for $3, but the case was cracked. I was like, I don't care. I'll take it. $100. Yes, please. So I now have that. And it's funny. I sent Batman Damned 2 and 3 off to be signed and graded by Jim Lee when he did the signing.
Oh yeah.
So now I will have all 3.
That's awesome.
So I got my Batman Damned #2 back at a 9.8.
Oh nice.
And they just shipped my number 3. Do you want to know what it's graded at?
Huh.
9.9.
What?
Yeah.
Wow. So that's gonna be the gold label.
Really,
So,
really hype about that.
Anything short of a 9.9 is the numbers on it are black. Do we have a CGC? Yeah. So the numbers up here are black on anything lower than a 9.9. 9.9 and 10.0 are gold numbers. It looks really pretty.
So I am, and I actually really like that number 3. It's the Batman Swamp Thing crossover.
Yeah. That's exciting. That's exciting.
I saw it and I was like, it was funny because I was like slightly upset but kind of excited because, like, I'm bummed out because it now sticks out and it doesn't match the other 3. So I was like, I either need to bring this down or I need to bring these other 2 up. But yeah,
That's
no.
not bad.
So, but yeah, cool convention stuff, man. That's something I'm super excited. I'm ready to get out there. I'm ready to meet some people, shake some hands, get some signatures, find some cool books, you know.
One last question: your sketch cover. Have you?
Okay, so that book and the Justice League book have finally hit quality control last week, which means this week they should hit shipped, and I should be able to see what they're graded at.
Gotcha. Okay.
So, because Batman Damned 3 just, they all kind of hit grading and quality control like one day apart from each other, and Batman Damned 3 like just went shipped.
Okay.
So the last 2 from Jim Lee this week should be flipping over to shipped, and I should be able to see what they're graded at. And then within a week or so, I will have all of my Jim Lee books back.
Cool.
And then that just leaves like my Venom 3, Teen Titans 12. They're still in CGC, haven't even been accepted yet. They're just like received.
You better bring that Jim Lee up here because I want to see that.
Of course. Well, okay. Here's the thing. I thought about actually opening it on the show. I'm not going to do that, and here's why.
You want to see what it is.
Yeah, because I am preparing myself to be disappointed, and if I'm disappointed, when I open it, I'm gonna make a scene, and I don't want to do that on the camera.
I do want you to describe to me what you wanted sketched because you told me
that's a secret.
How awesome it is.
That's a secret.
So you're not going to even tell me?
I've told no one. I haven't told my
but
fiance. I've told no one.
Really?
No one knows but me. I will reveal that to the world when I get it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, yeah. No, like, yeah.
If it is not what you wanted, I want to know what.
For sure. Yeah, everyone will, like, I will finally reveal, like, if it's not what I asked for, I will tell everybody what I asked for.
Yes.
If it's what I asked for, you'll know because you're like, oh, that's so crazy. So, but yeah, no, I am not going to open that on camera just because I know myself and I know that if I open that on camera and I'm disappointed, it will literally ruin the rest of the show because I'll just be a ball of sadness and I won't even want to.
Fair enough.
Like, no. But anyway, so that was my number 4. Let's move on to number 3.
Why don't you start with the number 3 and then we'll go.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Back and forth for the next 2 and then we'll.
Yeah. Okay. My number 3 that I am getting really geared up for is the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I am all of it. Not even one in particular. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, obviously, there's something I'm a little bit more excited for than others, but just to continue this roller coaster ride with Marvel and Kevin Feige and just all these awesome actors and characters that we've fallen in love with over the last 11, 12 years. Like,
you know, it's dropping Monday.
What's the date on this? The 17th.
Full Moon Knight trailer.
What? Oh, hey!
Yeah.
See, that's another. See, the shows, the all of it. Like, I'm
MCU.
Yeah, dude, just all of it in general. Year. Like, I can't wait to see that trailer. I bet that's going to be amazing.
I can't. Oscar Isaac as Moon Knight. Like, I can't think of anybody more perfect to play him.
Yeah. I'm excited.
We also have She-Hulk this year, which is going to be Tatiana Maslany, which, God, she was incredible in Orphan Black. So I can't wait to see what she does as Jennifer Walters. Yeah. New She-Hulk book comes out next week, which I've already gotten to read it, and it was excellent. So,
really?
Yeah. They're going back to her roots. She's a lawyer again. She's smart when she's in her She-Hulk again, because for a while there she was,
Savage She-Hulk.
Yeah, she was like Hulk Smash when she was in her She-Hulk form. Huh. So I'm glad they're going back to the roots. Had a really cool Jen Bartel cover for the main one, and there was a Scotty Young cover, so I had to get the Scotty Young.
Oh, I'm still bummed out that I missed out on his signing at CGC.
I do. I have a print signed by him.
That's awesome.
What else do we have this year? So we have for TV shows, we also have Kamala Khan, Miss Marvel.
I'm excited about that, man.
I want to see what they do with it. I'm not as excited for that one as I have been the other ones.
Yeah.
Just the things that I've heard that it's going to be, instead of like her embiggening, it's going to be like a Green Lantern ring type thing. So we'll see.
We'll see.
Because I love Kamala Khan. I love Miss Marvel.
I'm excited to see that.
And then we have the animated Moon Girl and Double Dinosaur show that is executive produced by Lawrence Fishburne.
Yeah, dude, that little clip that they showed us of that, whoa, that was fire. Man, I was not expecting that, dude.
I have a Moon Girl Double Dinosaur 1, which is her first appearance.
That's
awesome.
Yeah, no, that's going to be really good. Yeah, that's going to be really good. But yeah, that's my number 3, man. Just anything Marvel related in 2022. I mean, as it is every year, it's going to be fire. Like it's all just going to be just ground shaking and just epic as it has been all this time. So that's my number 3.
My number 3 goes a little more in depth into that, and is so all the MCU movies are going to be cool this year, but the one that I'm excited for the most is Thor: Love and Thunder.
It looks really good.
So
Jane Foster, man.
So the first movie we're getting this year is going to be Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, which looks incredible. The trailer is amazing. I can't wait for that.
Creepy. Yep.
But then we get Thor: Love and Thunder, and I absolutely love Jason Aaron's run of Thor. I love when Jane Foster became Thor. Gore the God Butcher. So it's going to be Christian Bale as Gore the God Butcher.
That excites me.
How cool is that?
I'm concerned about how they're going to do him.
We'll see.
So
he is not an actor that cares if his face is seen. So he's not like other actors.
I'm wondering if they're going to make him look like a person and have Christian Bale's face, or if they're going to CGI him where he has like no, you know what I mean?
I hope it looks like the comic.
I sure hope so. Well, we always want it to look like, and that's what I'm on the fence about. But if they do it right, I'm all in for Christian Bale to be that guy.
Did read an article yesterday, and apparently Darcy is not going to be in this, which is disappointing. I love Kat
makes
Denning.
Me sad. Why?
I don't know, but I love Kat Denning.
That's weird.
So, and maybe she's just throwing us off, like Andrew Garfield did all that time, saying he's not in the movie, he's not in the movie, he's not in the movie. So we'll see.
Yeah.
So I really like Kat Denning. Love to look at Kat Denning. Just saying. WandaVision was and then we get Wakanda Forever at the end of the year, which
That's gonna be
very
good.
excited about that too. And there's so many rumors going around. Mutants might make an appearance. And
dude, there's always so many rumors going around.
We'll see what happens.
It's just one big rumor mill all the time, man.
It is.
But I agree. Thor: Love and Thunder is going to be fire.
And Thor: Love and Thunder is directed by Taika Waititi.
Oh yeah,
they did Ragnarok.
So I think that's going to be,
because he really turned that franchise around. You go watch the first 2 Thor movies, man. That's a totally different.
It's a very serious tonal shift.
Yeah.
But I liked it though.
The tone shift, or like the first
all
one?
Of it.
Okay.
Like I've enjoyed all of the Thor movies. Again, I'm not that guy who's like, I didn't like that. No, like even like the Dark World.
More, I thought
please.
It was
I don't care.
Better,
I love it. I loved everything about it. I'm like, I'm
they
not
did
a director.
Boy,
I'm not a movie writer. I'm just here to enjoy the show, man.
They did my boy Malakath wrong. He's too dark. But
he's supposed to be dark.
He's supposed to be kind of jovial. Like in the comics, he's dark.
I'm saying he didn't seem jovial in War of the Realms, dog. He seemed like he just wanted everything to die. So
that's because they've shifting him more towards how he was in the movie. But like at first, he was like a jester type thing.
Lame.
Wow.
That we have the Joker. We don't need more jester murderers. That's
another universe.
In another universe.
All right. What's your number? What are we on? We're number 2.
Yep. Okay. So number 2 for me. And I mean, with me being a huge Batman fan, my number 2 thing that I'm most excited about is the Gotham Knights video game.
Okay.
I cannot wait to get my hands on this game.
See, I've never played any of the Batman games. I've heard that they are absolutely incredible.
Just leave.
I have one.
I can't even believe I'm sitting across from you right now.
I have one that came with my PS4 when I bought my PS4.
I feel like I'm going to throw up.
I don't even know which one it was.
I feel so disgusted right now. I thought we were friends, man. Unbelievable.
I'm the comic reader. You're the gamer.
Kill the camera. Cut it off.
Jeez.
Shut it down.
jeez. I'm breaking his heart here.
It's already broken. It's done. Whatever. Damage is done. I'll get over it. Well, anyways, yes. All of the Batman games have been life-changing experiences.
That's what I've heard.
And if you haven't played them, please do yourself and me a favor. Go play them because they're amazing. But Gotham Knights... Oh man. Oh man. I would say this is the most excited I've been for a Batman game, but I don't truly believe that. I think because you don't get to play as Batman in the game, I'm not as excited.
Oh, you don't play as Batman? Who do you play as?
Have you even watched the trailers?
No. Sorry, man.
Okay, cut. No, for real, cut it this time. No, Okay, so
I don't keep up with video games.
Gotham Knights is a story about the Court of Owls.
Oh, okay.
They finally made the right call and took Scott Snyder's Court of Owl creation, and they're now pulling them into a video game.
Okay.
And in this game, Batman is dead.
Oh, okay.
And now the Bat family is stepping up to keep control over the city and find out what happened to Bruce.
So you're all the different Robins and Spoiler
you have Damian Wayne, you have Jason Todd, you have Dick. You have so Damian might not be Damian, it might be Tim Drake. I hope it's Damian.
Yeah.
And then you have Barbara.
Okay. So no Spoiler, no Cassandra, none of that.
Just those four.
Okay.
But yeah, so you're playing, and it's cool because it's meant to be played as co-op. So you can actually play with friends as a Bat family duo and run through the game and wreck shop. It can be played solo, which is how I'm going to play it. But it's cool that you can kind of tag team, these bad guys and all that stuff. But I would say because of that, I'm not as excited as I was for Batman or Arkham Origins or Arkham Knight. But that does not mean that I am not crazy excited about this in general, because I am. So that's my number 2.
Okay.
I can't wait.
My number 2 was Star Wars. There's a lot of exciting Star Wars things that have been announced.
Yeah.
Right now, Boba Fett has started. I haven't watched this week's episode, but I've watched the first 2, and that show's been excellent so far. I kind of like how it's telling the 2 different stories, how he escaped the Sarlacc pit and what happened to him, and how he's taking over Jabba's,
all at the same time.
Going back and forth between the 2, and it's been really good so far.
Yeah.
But there's other shows that I'm way more excited for. So the Obi-Wan show is coming soon.
Obi-Wan is going to be amazing.
I'm so excited for that. I mean,
Ahsoka.
Everybody's coming back. Ahsoka is going to be incredible.
Dope. Yeah.
Mandalorian season 3. I've loved the Mandalorian series. I just wonder where it's going to go without Grogu.
Yeah. But I mean, even without Grogu, the show would still be great. It just wouldn't be as adorable.
Yeah.
But anyway.
So that's what kept my wife watching was Grogu.
I mean.
So without Grogu, I don't know that my wife's going to watch it with me. We'll see. Because it's funny, I'd be watching it and I'm into it. And she's, playing on her phone while it's on. And then Grogu would come on the screen and she's like,
oh, baby. Yeah, that's awesome.
So, yeah. So all the just Star Wars things that are coming this year are very exciting.
It's very exciting. Yeah, there is a lot. Yeah.
I've been a Star Wars fan forever. I read all the comics.
I was never a huge Star Wars fan, but I do enjoy it though. I just never latched onto it, but I did enjoy it.
Back when I was a kid, man, all I read were Star Wars novels.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I've read every Star Wars novel that's no longer canon. The Legend stuff. I've read it all. And I haven't read all of the stuff that's coming out now because I just don't read novels anymore. I've listened to a few of the audiobooks, but just haven't gone into it. But I read every single Star Wars comic that comes out. So, and I've read every Star Wars comic that has
existed. Such a nerd.
Such a nerd.
We love nerds. That's the whole point of the show. So, now it's time to get into
number 1.
The top tier. All right. The thing that we are just grasping at, man. You want to go first on this one?
Yeah, I'll
go
first.
ahead, man.
So, back in 2019, Jonathan Hickman completely changed the X-Men. And you know I'm a big X-Men fan.
And I know that Jonathan Hickman is amazing, and I agree.
Yeah.
He completely
revamped it
from top to bottom.
Yeah. And so that started. So there was House of X and Powers of 10. Those were each a 6-issue limited series. Came out bi-weekly.
Amazing.
That alternated. They
by
were
the way,
incredible.
a little convoluted and hard to keep up with because Jonathan Hickman is insane, but amazing writing. Seriously, great storytelling.
So after that, they started the Dawn of X, which was basically the mutants have their own island, their own economy. They're trying to get recognized by the rest of the world as their own nation, just to escape the persecution from the humans, right?
Naturally. And
they have medicine that can extend people's lives and stop mental illness and stuff like that.
And from cocoa.
So they're like, we'll give you this. All we ask is that you recognize us as a nation.
Yep.
And then,
well, and also that you leave them the hell alone.
Yeah, leave them
like,
alone. Yeah, leave them alone and recognize us as a nation.
Like, you're just gonna let us do our thing.
Then they had like the Ten of Swords and the Hellfire Gala crossovers, and then started the Reign of X. Okay.
Yeah.
So the Reign of X has now ended.
Yep.
With the end of Inferno, Jonathan Hickman's run. So the next series is called the Destiny of X. And the Destiny of X looks so exciting so far. So one of the first books that's coming out is The Immortal X-Men. The Immortal X-Men is going to focus on the Quiet Council. So it's going to be all the
big dogs,
political intrigue going on behind the scenes and stuff like that. All these people hate each other.
Of course.
And it's great. So very excited. There's Secret X-Men is going to be one shot. Giant-sized Thunderbird. They're bringing Thunderbird back to life because they can do that now. He died 2 issues into his run. He was, in one of the new X-Men when
Thunderbird. Oh,
yeah,
such an exciting character.
Nobody knows anything about him because he died. Like, he was in Giant-sized X-Men 1, issue 94, and then 95 he dies. So it's like he's been dead forever. Since 1975.
Yeah,
so
super exciting.
They're bringing him back. They brought him back. He's already back. So they're doing a giant size. And then there's 10 Lives of Wolverine and 10 Deaths of Wolverine, which I've already gotten to read the first 10 Lives of Wolverine.
Nice.
Very exciting. That comes out next week. And Marauders. They're restarting the Marauders from number 1.
Why?
Because
Why?
The story ended. Okay. But I love Kate, Captain Kate. The Red Bishop. She has been awesome. Catherine Pride.
All right.
And so I'm excited to see where that goes. So Cassandra Nova, do you know who that is? She was the twin sister of Xavier, who died in utero, and she has come back as this, like, she had like a spectral, like, projection type thing, and then she was able to get into a body, and she wiped out Genosha. With a Sentinel, an Astonishing X-Men.
That was her that
she
did that?
did it, yeah.
Well, did we just recently find that out, or did we?
No.
That
happened in Astonishing X-Men back.
Right, but
this
did
was
we
Joss
know
Whedon.
that at the time?
Yeah,
we
yeah.
knew that it was.
Oh yeah, she created the Sentinel that destroyed Genosha.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible.
So now she's going to be a member of the Marauders. So I'd like to see where this goes, because I mean they've done some redemption arcs on a lot of the bad guys that they brought back, like Apocalypse and stuff like that. So it'll be interesting to see where that goes. So yeah, Destiny of X is definitely my most exciting thing for the year. I love X-Men, and there's a lot of cool X-Men books coming out this year. So
okay. Big X-Men fan, and you know what? Hey, it's only fitting that the thing that we are the biggest fan of is our most exciting thing. Yours being X-Men. The number one thing that I am the most excited for, the Batman.
The Batman. I watched the other trailer for it the other day. The one you were like,
so good, right?
Yeah, no, it was.
Dude,
I'm excited for this movie.
It just every trailer just makes it seem a little darker, and grittier, and oh man, oh, okay, deep breath. So the Batman, I am like head over heels for what I think this is going to be.
Yeah.
I mean, it's funny because every time a new Batman movie has come out, I'm the same way.
Yeah.
and this is no different, man. Like, it doesn't really matter who's playing him. It doesn't matter who the bad guy is. If it is a live-action Batman movie,
even if it was George Clooney again,
I would love if George Clooney came back and played an old man Batman. I'm stoked that Michael Keaton's going to come back and play an old man Batman, as he should.
Yeah.
But all that aside, I am so excited to see how this turns out, man. Like, these trailers make it look almost too good.
Yeah.
And it makes me a little nervous because, I mean, obviously I don't want it to just be like, oh yeah, the stuff in the trailer was the best part, but I don't think that that's going to be the case.
Yeah.
I think that this movie is going to be, it's going to suck you in. It's going to be one of those murder mysteries that just, it has you on the edge of your seat, man. And then the action and the comic bookiness of it just kind of like makes you, I don't know, like believe in like magic again, man. Like that part where they're like, those two dudes are dumping on him with machine guns, and he's literally just walking down this dark hallway like it's not, and he's just like, I'm about to jack both of you up. Like stuff like that, man. Or like that part where he like comes flying out of this like glass explosion ceiling or whatever, and he drops like 50 feet and he just lands and then stands back up. Like, dude, they're like, oh man, it just like chills, goosebumps, dude. I love the way that they take these like with like Christopher Nolan, like when he did the Batman movies, like there were moments, you know, like you'd be like, oh yeah, this is all totally normal, and then there'd be that one moment you're like, whoa, okay, that was over the top and very unreal, but it was so cool. Like stuff like that. I love how they do that with these Batman movies, dude. And the way that the Riddler is being portrayed, I can't wait to see a super dark villain who isn't the Joker.
Yeah.
That's going to be really cool. Like,
yeah, no, I'm excited.
Like, it gets my heart bumping faster just talking about it.
I
can't wait.
That I like that they're going in kind of a dark but more realistic direction with this one.
I can't wait.
I mean, I guess
supposed to be a trilogy.
The Dark Knights were like that
they
too.
were more grounded.
But then you go back to the ones, the Joel Schumacher films, and those were just so far out there.
I loved it. It was great to see like them so comic booky. But as we get older, you know, you want there to be some more. Yeah, you want there to be more realism. Like you want it to be like, what would this look like if it was happening here in our world now?
Yeah.
Like, and that's what we're getting. And I am just so excited, man. And it comes out in 2 months.
Yeah. Yep, very soon.
You think darkness is your ally. Dude, oh, okay. Man, I'm just, yeah, that's it. That's my number one. Numero uno. Nothing has me as excited this year as that movie does. So I can't wait.
All right, so that's our top fives. Tell us what you're excited about coming up this year.
Give us a top five. If you got a top five, give us a top five. Next week we are going to talk Peacemaker. Obviously, we're going to have to do some reviews on that, man. But yeah, guys, thanks for sticking with us on this beautiful journey.
We're probably going to talk a whole lot about just the opening sequence.
Yeah,
there's a lot to break down there. Even if you don't want to watch Peacemaker, just go to YouTube, watch the opening sequence. Trust me, you will love it. It's
pretty great. I'll give you that. But yeah, guys, as always, thank you so much for joining us today. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and tell your friends, your friends, family, and neighbors that we do this, and we talk comics and share our thoughts and feelings on all the wonderful stuff going on in nerddom. Look forward to seeing you guys again next week.